All right, so I decided I'm going to try to make a Pokemon business. So I've been watching some content, a lot of it from like Pokeanny, and for the past like 2 years, I've kind of been like looking for something else to do. So a little bit about me: I'm an eye doctor, I'm an optometrist, and I'm looking for other ways to kind of like make money essentially. And so I have this desire to be able just to do something else. I went to school, did all of that, and now I'm like in limbo, kind of figuring out what I want to do. So I've had a lot of stuff where I've been just like trying, but I've never found anything I was like really interested in doing. So I fell into Pokemon. So this is what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to try to start making a business, and then I'm just going to kind of show you guys like what I'm going through overall to kind of start this business, and just kind of show you the steps of like my journey. Just like every other YouTuber, I feel like it's pretty cliche, but that's what I'm going to do. And so what I'm going to do is keep things very, very simple. And so I'm not going to try to overcomplicate this. We're in a bull market, it's very obvious. So my goal is just to find products that I think or find speculative and sell into the bull market. I'm not going to really try to hold a lot of stuff. I am going to hold some things like prismatic and so forth. I already have a pretty good collection of that. But my goal is overall to just build capital. So I'm just going to do a lot of like collecting things. I mean just hold temporarily and then just sell into the bull market. So my first product that I'm looking to do, kind of like what I showed you, is going to be these first partner illustrations. I think these are kind of a sleeper. Really, no one's really talking about it right now. Everyone's talking about Ascended Heroes and Prismatic. But I kind of been collecting these. I've got 10 of these now, and I've collected 7 today. And I also got 2 Prismatic ETBs. But what I'm going to do is keep it simple. And so my business essentially is just going to be sell into the bull market. And I'm not even going to make a website. I'm not going to be creative. I'm just going to make YouTube videos throughout this whole bull market and just kind of show like how I've obtained cash throughout this whole process. So once these go up, my goal right now, I'm thinking about like 60%. Once I see that increase, then I'll just send these straight to Probstein and just cash out that way. So like, I'm not going to try to create some website, but my thesis is I've noticed that with Probstein and a lot of other companies too, I probably won't just do them, but that's the general idea. It's like, you get a higher payout when you do a higher amount. So once it's like a thing with them, if it's over $1,000, they're only going to take 5% cut, and then they'll do all the other work. So I'm trying to keep it simple. Like I work a regular 9 to 5 job throughout the day. I make pretty good money. Like I'm not really hurting for it. So I'm not stressing. I don't need this to work. I'm just going to do it because I know it can work. Build a lot of cash, and then maybe, if there's another bear market, whenever that happens, then I'll go like really, really hard because I've obtained so much cash throughout this whole process that hopefully the goal is just to be able to buy, the products that people no longer want or interested in because, the cycle is run this course. But one thing I know in business, everything is cyclical. Or cyclical. There we go. And so like once things go up, things go down, and things go back up again. So my main goal is just make content, just find creative ways of just being able to do that, showing you guys that process of what I'm going to do, and kind of go from there. And so I'm going to do different goals for different products. So what I'm going to do is try to, the market's crazy. I don't have any way to make it product other than to get it like either online, Facebook market, like the same thing everyone else does, like secondhand market. That's how I'm going to do product. Make deals with people. The cool thing is like the more you do this, the more you interact, and special deals kind of just fall into your lap. I've been very fortunate to kind of run into like certain people from just like buying certain things, and then like they're like, oh hey, do you want this too? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. So like it can be very lucrative if you kind of just like are willing to go out and talk and meet people throughout this whole process, which I know is scary. It's 2026. Everyone's scared to talk to each other unless you go into like a card show, but card shows are hard. Like card shows, I've noticed like all the prices are like jacked up. So it's hard to find deals. And then a lot of times they're not really willing to make deals. And it makes sense, right? They're looking at the market value. They got a lot going on. It's just easier just to like set a price and kind of go from there and just make sure you have guaranteed money that you're making off of it. Because I notice a lot of them don't keep track of things. So like it's a little easier if you just kind of go high and just kind of start from there. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do, right? And so my main goal is I'll find some products that I want to invest in. Like I've got quite a few SPCs for Prismatic. So it's like one of my main products. And then everything else in Pokemon, I'm just gonna like be very speculative on. And so I'm just gonna sell into the market. I'm not gonna do anything else. My main thing is just to make YouTube videos, make 2-3 a week or so, whatever, feels comfortable that I can do at a pace and kind of go from there. I used to suck at talking to a camera. I've noticed I've gotten better at that. So that's the goal. And then overall, I think that's the play. And so my goal right now today is to take these and pretty much essentially is flip them, but it's not an immediate flip. It's not an actual investment. I'm going to wait for growth. And as soon as I see that trend, I'm going to sell and I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you guys I sold. And then I'll tell you how much I made in profit and I'm just going to rinse and repeat. And so I'm not struggling with money. And so this is probably a little unique compared to other people where they're like trying to start a business because they're trying to like get from the bottom. Like I'm not really at the bottom anymore. I was at one point in my life. Now I'm just trying to find something else that's new and challenging and try to get to like $1 million goal. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm also going to get rid of all of my loose prismatic ETBs. I don't want to hold on to them too long. And so I know they'll go up in value. Everyone's speculated over those, but I have some cases I think are just easier to manage and maintain. So I think from here on out for investment purposes, I'll probably just get those and the things I feel like if I find a good price on SVC, like that one today I got for 150, which is really good for right now. The other ones I got all between 100 and to 110, I think by most part, and I got one for like $90 around Christmas time. So anyway, that's my goal with those. So those are the two products I'm kind of focusing on right now. I'm gonna find some other ones, some card plays too. But again, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm not gonna overcomplicate. I'm not trying to be a vendor. I'm not gonna be doing POV content. I'm not trying to make a website. I'm gonna really do this really, really lazy. Like I'm just gonna keep it really simple because the goal isn't, I don't think it's really possible to really get rich right now because I wasn't in the bear market where prices were so low to be able to benefit from what's going on right now. Right now, the only way I can get product is when things are already high and hot. And then I buy it and then I wait for it to go hot again. But the goal, I think, in a bull market is to just not hold on to everything. I think everyone thinks that they want to invest as soon as a product comes out because they've seen how other products have gone up. But the problem is like you missed the real opportunity. The real opportunity is when nobody wanted it and now prices are going up. So us normies that are just now getting to it, because I didn't know this was a thing until like last year, September. So this is all new to me. And so us normies are late to the game. And I know this process, I've been burned before with certain things like this. So I really understand how these type of markets work. And the mindset is just like, don't get caught into like holding on to anything. Don't get emotionally attached to anything. Like if you've been into like crypto, like it's the same thing. Just don't get attached to your altcoins. Just be like, get in and then figure out, a point where you're willing to let go and let go. Don't try to shoot for some 10x. Like it's not going to happen. If it does, you got really lucky. But at this point, a 10x is highly unlikely to happen because the real gains were made like for people who are buying like 2-3 years ago. Those people are living it right now. Those are the YouTubers that you're seeing right now that are like telling you what to buy and hold and showing you like their stock portfolio because they were doing it before it got big. And that's why they have so much like holdings. And so anyway, that's the goal. Buy things, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, TCG Player. That's how I get a lot of my products. I already have a website set up. Not a website, sorry. I already have a business name set up with an LLC, so I've already done that. And then we're currently waiting on getting a tax exempt so I can reduce some of the taxes, because that's the thing you can do, which is cool. And I think the next thing I'll do is I'm going to figure out some strategies on how to buy some good boxes in like maybe bubble wrap, so that way when I do send these things off the Probes team, it doesn't get damaged in that process. Because when you buy things on eBay, sometimes people send you boxes that are like crazy. It's like so much tape, and then like I have to be so gentle so I don't mess up the product that's inside of it. Anyway, I think that's another tangent. But anyway, that's the goal. Keep it simple. Be very lazy. Build the content. Hopefully, throughout this whole journey that I show you guys what I've done and what I'm doing, you guys maybe appreciate it. Kind of go from there. I am not some guru. I am not at this. I'm very fortunate to be able to even start this process. Like I said, I just bought 7 of these. That is not something I don't think most people can do from the secondary market. Like I didn't buy these from Target for whatever price they were when they came out. What were they, like $20? Like these are bought for $45 each. So that's what we're gonna do. And so I appreciate if you follow me on this journey, and then give me if you have any tips too. Because you've started something and you found something that works too, especially something that you heard or mentioned or heard me say in this video. Like I'll be just send them in the comments, and of course I'll look at that, so that way I can speed this process up too. But the main thing is I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm not trying to complicate things. If this doesn't work out, like I'm good either way. Thank you.